Most guys buying rifles right now are buying for the wrong state. They are watching reviews filmed in the Arizona desert, taking advice from guys who have never waded through a cypress swamp at 3 in the morning, never had a 300-pound hog charge them from 12 feet out, never lost a firearm to salt air corrosion because nobody told them Florida eats guns alive. 5 rifles, 1 state, 0 compromises. Let us get into it. Sliding into the number 5 spot is something that looks like a science experiment and shoots like a workhorse. The Kel-Tec Sub 2000 Gen 3 is built right here in Cocoa, Florida. And that is not a marketing footnote. That is an engineering fact. George Kellgren designed this thing with one question in mind. What does a serious defensive rifle look like when you need it to disappear? The answer is a 16.15-inch barrel that folds down to the size of a laptop bag. Twist the latch at the trigger guard. The barrel rotates 90 degrees, folds back against the stock, and your red dot stays exactly where you zeroed it. That is the Gen 3 breakthrough. No more pulling optics every time you pack up. It feeds on 9mm Luger, and that 16-inch barrel is doing something your handgun cannot. It is pushing that same 9mm round past 1,300 feet per second. That is a meaningful jump in terminal performance over a standard pistol barrel, same magazine. Significantly more velocity, significantly more stopping power when it counts. Here is the mechanic's insight worth understanding. The SUB 2000 runs on a straight blowback operating system. No gas piston, no bolt carrier group complexity. The bolt rides straight back on recoil and is driven forward by a single recoil spring. Fewer moving parts means fewer failure points. And, in a post-hurricane blackout scenario where you cannot exactly drop your rifle off for service, that simplicity is not a compromise. That is the feature. The Zytel fiberglass reinforced polymer frame shrugs off humidity, salt air, and swamp water. It accepts Glock 19 and Glock 17 magazines directly, and it weighs 4 pounds 3 ounces. You will forget it is in the bag until you need it. My only gripe is the trigger. The factory pull is mushy and stacks before the break. It is not a deal breaker, but if you are serious about accuracy past 50 yards, a M-Carbo spring kit from right here in Florida fixes that problem for under $40. Street price lands in the mid-$500 range, making it one of the most capable folding rifles available at that price point. For a folding, suppressor-ready, Glock-compatible survival rifle built 20 miles from the Kennedy Space Center, that is hard to argue with. But wait until you see the monster sitting at number 1. Stepping up the game now. This next one does not ask questions. The Marlin Model 1895 is a lever-action rifle chambered in 4570 Government, one of the most devastating straight-wall cartridges ever loaded into a repeating rifle. And since Ruger acquired the Marlin brand in 2020 and relaunched production at their Mayodan, North Carolina facility, these new rifles, marked with the RM serial prefix, are the finest lever guns Marlin has ever put out. That is not opinion. That is the consensus of every serious shooter who has run both the old and the new side by side. The frame, lever, and trigger group are CNC machined from high-strength stainless steel billet. The bolt is spiral-fluted and nickel-plated, and when you cycle that lever, it moves like warm butter on a hot skillet. Smooth, positive, and fast enough to put a follow-up round on target before a charging hog changes direction. The laminate gray-black stock laughs at swamp water, humidity, and the kind of abuse that would split a walnut blank in 2 seasons of Florida hunting. Here is the mechanic's insight. The 4570 Government cartridge operates on a straight wall case geometry. That means the case expands uniformly on firing and contracts cleanly on extraction, virtually eliminating the case head separation failures you can encounter with bottleneck cartridges under extreme heat and fouling. In the Big Cypress or the Green Swamp, where your rifle may sit in 95-degree heat for 6 hours before you need it. That extraction reliability is not a small thing. That is the difference between a clean kill and a stuck case at the worst possible moment. The SBL variant ships with a Picatinny rail running the full length of the receiver, Skinner Sights ghost ring irons already installed, and a 19-inch cold hammer forged barrel threaded 11/16 by 24 for suppressor mounting. You are looking at roughly $1,100 for a rifle that will stop a 250-pound boar, a Florida alligator, or anything else this swamp throws at you with a single well-placed shot. Look, I have no real complaints here, but if you are a shooter who runs high round counts at the range every weekend, this one is not built for that role. It is built for the hunter who buys once, buys right, and never has to think about it again. Entering the elite tier now, and this one hits different when you know where it comes from. The Diamondback DB-15 is an AR-15 platform rifle built in Cocoa, Florida, the same city that put the Kel-Tec Seb 2000 on this list. 2 Florida manufacturers in the top 5. That is not a coincidence. That is a state that knows how to build rifles for its own terrain. Diamondback started in 1989, building custom airboats. When they pivoted to firearms in 2009, they brought that same obsession with mechanical precision and environmental durability into every rifle they assembled. The DB-15 upper and lower receivers are both forged from 7075 T6 aerospace-grade aluminum, the same alloy specification used in M16A4 military contract rifles. The bolt carrier group is 8620 steel, magnetic particle inspected and shot peened to eliminate microfractures before the rifle ever leaves the factory floor. Runs on 5.5645 NATO, or, in the configuration that has made it a legend in Florida hog hunting circles, 300 blackout. And here is why that matters. Here is the mechanic's insight. The 300 blackout cartridge was engineered from the ground up to cycle reliably through a standard AR-15 bolt carrier group, using subsonic ammunition, meaning you can thread a suppressor onto that 16-inch barrel and drop the sound signature of the rifle below the threshold of hearing damage, without any modifications to the gas system or bolt. The DB-15 300 blackout running subsonic 190-grain projectiles through a can is genuinely hearing safe. At a Florida hog lease at 2 in the morning, that is not a luxury. That is how you keep shooting after the first shot without blowing your situational awareness. The damage to your wallet is roughly $850 for the standard configuration, a price point that puts 7075 T6 forgings and MPI-tested components within reach of shooters who refuse to compromise on materials just because their budget is not unlimited. Closer to the crown now. Only 2 spots remain, and the gap between number 3 and number 1 is wider than most people expect. Closer to the crown. This next rifle is the one that changed the entry-level AR game in 2024, and it has not looked back since. The Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport 3 is the rifle that killed the excuse. The excuse that a serious AR-15 costs $2,000. The excuse that mid-length gas systems and free-float handguards are premium features. The excuse that you have to spend big to get a barrel worth trusting. At $799 suggested retail, the Sport 3 dismantles every one of those arguments and hands you the parts list to prove it. Start with the gas system. The Sport 3 ditches the carbine-length gas system of its predecessor and installs a mid-length gas system on that 16-inch chromoly 4140 barrel. Here is the mechanic's insight. A mid-length gas system moves the gas port approximately 2 inches further down the barrel compared to carbine length. That longer dwell time means the bullet has traveled further before the gas cycle begins, which reduces the bolt carrier velocity on the return stroke. lowers felt recoil, and extends the service life of your bolt carrier group, extractor and buffer system simultaneously. It is a single engineering decision that makes the rifle smoother to shoot, softer on the hands, and cheaper to maintain over a lifetime of use. The Armornite-coated barrel runs 5R rifling at a 1 in 8 twist rate. 5R rifling uses 5 lands and grooves instead of the traditional 6, with angled transitions between them that reduce copper fouling and ease cleaning. That 1 in 8 twist stabilizes projectiles from 55-grain varmint loads all the way up to 77-grain match-grade ammunition, giving a Florida shooter the flexibility to run cheap steel case practice rounds on Tuesday and match-grade hollow points for home defense on Saturday without changing a single component. The 15-inch M-LOK free-float aluminum handguard replaced the old polymer drop-in furniture entirely. Rugged and rigid, it gives you full-length Picatinny on top and M-LOK attachment points at the 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock positions for lights, lasers, and bipods. Everything a homeowner in South Florida needs when open carry just became the law of the land, and the threat can come from outside or inside the wire. Honestly, the only gripe worth mentioning is the trigger. It breaks heavy with a gritty reset that experienced shooters will feel immediately. It is a yellow flag, a soft annoyance, not a deal breaker, and a $30 drop-in trigger upgrade fixes it permanently. The Sport 3 gives you the gas system refinement of rifles, costing twice its price, the barrel coating durability the Florida Salt Air demands, and the modular handguard platform that grows with you as your skill set expands. It earns its place at number 2 without apology. Here it is, the number 1 spot. And before the comment section erupts, hear this out. The Ruger 1022 has been in continuous production since 1964. Over 7 million units sold. It has outlasted fads, survived political cycles, watched entire categories of firearms come and go, and it is still the single most purchased rifle in the state of Florida in 2026. Not because of marketing, not because of influencers, because of what it actually does, day after day, in the specific conditions this state throws at every gun owner who lives here. It gives you the corrosion-resistant durability of number 4, but in a package that weighs 5 pounds and costs a fraction of the price. It gives you the modularity of number 2's M-LOK platform, and then raises it. The 1022 aftermarket ecosystem is the largest of any rimfire rifle ever built. Stocks, barrels, trigger groups, magazine wells, chassis systems. If you can imagine the configuration, someone in this country is manufacturing it for a 1022 right now. Here is the mechanic's insight. The 1022 feeds from a proprietary rotary 10-round magazine that sits flush inside the stock profile. Unlike box magazines that protrude below the receiver and catch on vegetation, the rotary design presents each round to the feed ramp on a radial arc, which means the cartridge enters the chamber at a consistent angle on every single cycle. That geometry is why the 1022's feed reliability is legendary. Running .22 long rifle through swamp grass, brush and saw palmetto thickets, that flush-fitting rotary magazine does not snag, does not wobble, and does not fail. The 18.5-inch cold hammer-forged barrel is secured to the receiver by a dual-screw V-block system rather than a traditional barrel nut. That bedding method eliminates barrel flex under heat and delivers accuracy that embarrasses rifles costing 3 times as much. The polymer trigger housing resists the salt air and humidity that has destroyed the internals of more expensive rifles stored in Florida garages over a single summer. And then there is the mission. Florida has a green iguana problem that no other state in America fully understands. Tens of thousands of invasive iguanas dismantling seawalls, undermining canal banks, and destroying landscaping across South and Central Florida. Wildlife managers, property owners, and pest control professionals across 67 counties reach for the same tool every single time: A Ruger 1022 with a suppressor, a quality rimfire optic, and subsonic 22 long rifle ammunition. Quiet enough to work in residential areas. Accurate enough to be humane. Reliable enough to run all day without a stoppage. The wallet damage is roughly $300 for the standard carbine. $300 for the most versatile, most reliable, most field-proven rimfire platform ever manufactured. Built to handle the exact ecological crisis unfolding in this state right now. Number 5, folded down to fit in your bag. Number 4, stopped a charging hog in its tracks. Number 3, ran suppressed through the darkest hog lease in the panhandle. Number 2, rewrote what $799 buys you in an AR-15. But number 1 has been doing its job longer than most of the people watching this video have been alive. And it is still the most relevant rifle in Florida today. That is the list. Florida is not a generic gun state. It is a state with invasive species tearing up the coastline, wild hogs running 300 pounds through cypress swamps, open carry laws that just rewrote the rules for every legal gun owner, and salt air that will destroy an unprotected firearm in a single season. Every rifle on this list was chosen because it answers a specific question this state is asking right now. The 1022 handles the iguana problem nobody else will talk about. The Marlin 1895 handles the things that charge back. The Diamondback DB15 keeps Florida manufacturing dollars in Florida and puts suppressor-ready 300 Blackout in the hands of serious hog hunters. The Sport 3 proves that $800 buys a serious rifle in 2026. And the Sub 2000 folds down, disappears into a bag, and comes back out, ready to work, when the storm hits and the power stays off for a week. 5 rifles, 1 state. Every one of them earned its spot. If you want the raw truth without the fluff, lock it in right here.